Hey, Phil here with another Q&A from one of my courses. This comes from the Online Course Masters course. I had a student who asked, do you still think someone like me who follows all your guidelines exactly as you lay them out can feasibly make a career out of online teaching in today's 2017 market? I absolutely love this question, and my answer is a resounding yes. And I actually just posted an article earlier in the year about why 2017 is still a great time to teach online courses. You talk about wanting to make $15,000 to $20,000 per month. It's going to take some time, but I think you could get there. I think anybody can get there. I've been thinking about this a lot because with the Online Course Masters podcast, with the course that just came out, with some new YouTube content and web content that I've been putting out, I've been thinking there are a lot of people that are interested in teaching online courses. Can everyone be successful? Can everyone do it? And I think at the end of the day, not everyone in the world, and especially not everyone, even not everyone who enrolls in the course or everyone who listens to the podcast or watches this video, I don't think every single person can be successful. But I do think that anybody can. Any single person, any multiple people, but any of those people, you watching right now, you can be. The reason is because not everyone is going to put in the effort to make it successful. It's just a fact. I would be amazed if 100% of the people who took the course, who listen to the podcast, who want to do online teaching and make it a career, I guarantee you that nowhere close to 100% of those people actually put in the hard effort and stick with it. And that's what it really takes, sticking with it. But I'll just go. I have a video, I think, and I have this article about why 2017 is a great year to get started still. And here are just a few big reasons. One is that for me personally, business continues to grow, and it's growing even faster and more than it was in the beginning in the past couple of years. So I could not be more excited about this year. And from seeing other people who are starting out in 2017 and 2016 and 2015, they are having more success earlier on than I ever did. So that tells me that if they keep going at the same pace and if they keep creating more content, building their audience, they could be even more successful than me. A lot of people can be. This is a funny one, another reason, and I'm just looking at the blog article that I linked below so you can read if you want, but people have been asking this since 2014, 2015, 2016, and every year it's another year later that you wish you could have started. I wish I could have started in 2013 or 2014. I wish I could have started in 2015. I wish I could have started in 2016. Well, I'll bet that at the end of 2017, if you don't start teaching online courses, you're going to wish you started in 2017 because it does help. It does help to have that longevity. It's almost like an investment where you don't see the returns on your investment right away, especially if you don't have an audience to sell to like I did or didn't. I did not have an audience when I started. Some people have initial success, but most people like me, we don't see initial success. It's going to take a while. And so it's not for that first, second, third, or fourth year where you're going to make it a full-time income. But if you do it the slow way, it probably means you're doing it the right way in the sense that you're growing an audience that actually likes and trusts you. Sometimes these get-rich-quick schemes, they fizz, they spark, but they fizzle out pretty soon too. So it would be great to have fast success, but if it's taking slower, don't worry about it. The other big thing is that the international market is huge. It's a huge potential for online course creators. And so if you can create courses and keep that in mind while you're creating courses and keeping in mind things that you can do to expand to those other audiences from that aren't your native language, whether it's English or another language, you could have massive success. And I got excited because I was doing some research. Let me see if I could find the numbers, but I was basically figuring out that Udemy, which is the the world's largest online course platform right now, they have taught 0.2% of the world's population. For some people, that might sound like a lot, but to me, there's so much potential there. That means there's over 7.485 billion people who have never taken a Udemy course. Now, there's a lot of people who are too young, too old to take a course. There's a lot of people who don't have internet, who can't even access Udemy. But as more and more people gain access to the internet, the potential for teaching those people with online courses is there. So I'm going to link to that article because it's a really good one, if I do say so myself. And I really think you should read it. Whoever wrote this question in, and anyone who's interested in teaching online courses right now. But yes, I think that especially if you follow my guidelines from the course or from my articles or in the podcast, the reason why I'm creating the course and doing all this is to give back and to teach people from my mistakes. You can have so much more success faster than I did because I've made a lot of mistakes. Earlier on, I didn't validate course topics. Earlier on, I didn't even have an email list. I didn't start growing an email list when I started. So there's things like that where I teach you exactly how to do it in the course or through the podcast interviews where you're going to learn, and if you actually implement them, you're going to have even more success than me. So hopefully this answers your question. I don't want to sound like, yes, of course it's going to happen. But like I said earlier, not everyone can teach online, but anybody can. And you can, if you're watching this, and many of the other people, anybody watching this could, but I doubt that everyone will because everyone's not going to put in the time and effort that you will. So if you stick with it, you will have success. I know it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in another Q&A video.